Welcome to The Fix at Studio 106. I'm Caleb Grisby.
And I'm Alden Flowers, and we have a jam-packed show for you today.
Let's not stall and get right into our first story.
Popular media influencer and millionaire and ex-kickboxer Andrew Tate is in custody after being arrested by Romanian authorities. He's been charged with human trafficking and rape. The arrest sparked speculation on social media, insisting he was exposed by a pizza box scene in a video he posted on by a Swedish protester, Greta Thunberg's Twitter. That was later debunked.
Andrew Tate is popular for his intense masculinity and misogynistic views. He's been banned from Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Tate's brother Tristan, who faced the same charges, was released from the prison following the arrest. This year, Greta Thunberg was detained during a protest in Germany. It's happened again. Another big name, another big endorsement dropped. Kanye made his headline with his anti-Semitic rants. Now, Nike has decided to drop Brooklyn Nets star Kyrie. It's all started on Twitter, where it often does. Irving posted a link to an anti-Semitic documentary and movie. He initially refused to apologize, but later went to Instagram and issued an apology, taking full responsibility for his actions. He claims he does not have any disrespect for Jewish culture, history, and respect to the Holocaust and Nazis. Kyrie is back on the court after serving an 8-game suspension. He's represented Nike for more than 8 years, making an estimated $11 million per year from Nike.
Nearly 20 million Americans have been killed in 2 mass shootings during the last week. The most recent shootings happened in Missouri and California. 4 people were killed this week in Kansas City in a funeral home, and then earlier this week, 11 people were shot and killed at a ballroom dance club as they celebrated the Lunar New Year. In the Idaho arrest, the evidence against the man charged with the brutal murder of 4 University of Idaho college students keeps piling up. The most recent information released indicates 28-year-old man Brian Kohlberger was following 3 of the victims on Instagram. A just unsealed court document sheds light on how investigators pieced evidence together to track down the subject. It took nearly 2 months to name and arrest Brian Kohlberger for the stabbing deaths of 4 college students in their off-campus home November 13th. Kohlberger was a PhD student in criminal justice at nearby Washington State University.
Eastside students are showing their creative flair. After the break, get a behind-the-scenes look at a big production coming to theaters near you.
No, it can't be. Lemon, lime, Sprite.
It's that time of year. Musical theater season at Lafayette High School this year is Beauty and the Beast. The cast at Lafayette has been working really hard on this show since November, and now it's here.
Here is a behind-the-scenes sneak peek to get a first-hand look at preparations at Lafayette. Our Fix in Studio 106 director, Ben Ingram, made that video you just saw. But he is also in the cast in the lead role of Gaston.
Opening night is Thursday, January 26th.
The annual STLP competition is just getting started as digital projects were submitted this last week for this year's competition.
Eastside students, as well as many others from across the state, are producing their very best, putting together their designs and creativity to the test. Students are submitting their work in several categories like feature videos, PSAs, photography, digital art, and more. These are just a few of the projects created in our class. Good luck to everyone and look forward to the next year. He's a walking miracle.
The Buffalo Bills safety is recovering from his primetime heart attack. We'll have the latest coming up in sports.
My name is Dre, and I had a stroke when I was only 16 years old.
I don't know if Dre would be here today if it wasn't for the work that the American Heart Association has done.
The American Heart Association supports life-saving research that leads to medical breakthroughs, educating people on prevention and early detection, and working every day to find treatments and cures so you and your loved ones can live happier, healthier lives. To learn more, go to heart.org today.
On Monday, January 2nd, during the first quarter of the Bills vs. Bengals Monday Night Football matchup, Bills safety Damar Hamlin collapsed after a collision with Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins. He lost his pulse on the field and was shocked to bring him back. He received several minutes of CPR before being transported by ambulance to UC Hospital in Cincinnati, where he was listed in critical condition. The game was further postponed and eventually canceled by the NFL. Damar remained in critical condition at UC for several days before regaining the ability to breathe on his own. Days later, video and photos were released of Hamlin looking extremely happy and FaceTiming his teammates prior to their Week 18 matchup with the New England Patriots. On Tuesday, December 10th, Damar was able to travel back home to Buffalo and continue his recovery in a Buffalo hospital. After passing several tests, Damar Hamlin was released the next day, just 9 days after suffering a cardiac arrest. His story has raised awareness of his charity, Chasing M's Foundation, which raises money to buy toys for underprivileged children. It started out as a GoFundMe page with a goal of $2,500. After his cardiac arrest, it amassed more than $9 million. His family has moved the account from a GoFundMe page to an official nonprofit foundation, which will now include spending for education and youth sports. Damar's family and the NFL thanks everyone for their continued prayers, as Damar will still have a long road to recovery ahead. Kentucky basketball is in the midst of a rough season as it's yet to show any signs of improvement. From struggles on the court to controversy in the media, nothing seems to be going right for our Cats. The Cats welcomed the Gamecocks of South Carolina into Rupp in a game that ESPN only gave South Carolina a 1.5% chance to win. South Carolina ended up coming out on top of that game, and the Cats will look to improve as the rest of their season goes on. Thank you everyone who came to watch our Fix at Studio 106, and we hope to see you next time.